Hey guys, my name is Andrae Bird and I'm a clothing designer. I have my own brand called the ABC Collection. So far, the fashion industry, it's welcoming and there's a lot of help. It's just that you just have to connect with the right people, to get those help. When it comes to the patterns and stitching of my clothing, I'm very specific. I make the patterns myself. I'm very particular about the details and very involved with the making of the garments as well. I would say that I'm a little bit OCD and a little bit of a perfectionist, but I also think that you have to know when to let go sometimes, otherwise it's just gonna drive you crazy. Besides fashion, what sparks my interest is cycling, most definitely, and also skateboarding. I've been skateboarding for about 20 years now, I think. Yeah. So I come really from a skateboarding background. I get a lot of ideas from skateboarding and a lot of inspiration from cycling. In life, the biggest challenge is, I think, the balance of making all of this work, More on the financial side, I would say. Paying rent for this place over here, paying rent for a whole shop space over there, and then making sure that your Shopify is paid, your internet, and somehow just the balance of these things, I wish that these were things that they were teaching us in school, instead of podmas. How I would describe my style is comfort. If you're asking me for one word to describe my style, I would say comfort. For style and inspiration, strangely enough, I was looking at a lot of the Scandinavian brands. For some odd reason, I really just like how clean and simple their garments always are, From how the stitching on the neck is to the label and the minimum amount of text that they would have on the label and where the text is on the label, just scented with enough space to give it that clean feeling, and the Scandinavians somehow just have that down to the T, What I enjoy most about the creative process is the hands-on. I do have a laptop, I do have a computer or whatever, and yes, I can design things on there, but pen and paper or watercolor and some watercolor paper as well, this is my ultimate favorite, or just sitting down and putting little things together. I was making pieces, so I would watch a skate video and then I would see something and I would be like, hey mommy, I would pause it, and I'd be like, hey, can you make this for me? And she'd be like, yeah, it's a t-shirt with a hoodie. And I'm like, yeah, but can you make it? And she's like, yeah, but we have to go find the fabric. We would go on a Saturday, find the fabric, come back home, make the t-shirt, boom. Now I have something that I saw in a video from the States, that nobody here would have at all, And then people started seeing what I was wearing, and they kept asking me. They kept saying, hey, can you make that for me? And I was like, no. Why would I make something for you, I made this for myself. I made a lot of effort to make this for myself. And people were literally going, dude, if you make more of that t-shirt, I'll buy it. If you make that piece again or you make an extra one, I'll buy it. And I started the brand and people supported, and up until this day never stopped supporting, and here we are. What I would say to people locally, what they don't know about the local industry is that our cotton is actually better than the stuff that's coming from China, believe it or not. Because our cottons, for instance, it's from upper Africa. They're being brought down to a mill in Epping and basically turned into single jersey fabrics right here, without having to go onto big ships or waiting for these fabrics to come in, and also just if you really look and you really take the time to look at local brands, you'll actually see that a lot of these brands are dope, man. So dope, way more dope than the Palace and the Supreme brands,